suiting up for Brazil as well. Douglas Luiz just loosening up. Santos as well. Emerson could be making his debut.
Excellent defender, kind of quietly does his job well. You don't talk about Marquinhos that much and that's usually a good sign, which means he's doing well with his defensive responsibilities, makes the right passes. A quietly solid, strong, dependable defender.
Good distributor too. Let's see how that one plays. Far side, Jesus. So far, first two changes coming for South Korea, two more on deck for Brazil. 3-0 with 10 minutes left, and they saw Alisson off his line. Why not have a go? Kwan from distance. Well, it was Son instead. And you know what? If he would have gotten that one to the right. So Arthur will exit. Didn't recognize Douglas Luiz. Got the haircut.
Trying to look stylish. Keeping it smooth for the fans.
21-year-old, let's just say, a little less aerodynamic in his youth, coming out of Vasco. Saw him at Girona, where he was outstanding. But then City selling him on to Aston Villa.
Still a shame Girona got relegated. It
was a great team.
Yeah, it sure was. Christian Stuani scoring all those goals for Girona. Hopefully they'll be back on the Spanish top flight soon. They were fun to watch, and they caused problems for all the big teams in the top flight of La Liga. Or Spain, I should say.
Flying over to this near side, and on Lodi, pressed. Throw in deep. You see Korea putting numbers forward. Can they force the turnover? And they do. Jung into the middle, nodded into the 18. Taking care of business, Eder Militao. Jesus. Kim peels away, so the Man City striker with a little bit more time.
Danilo is frustrated out wide on the right. He made a hard effort to get into that space with Gabi Jesus. Got that ball in midfield and then didn't get the ball while he was bursting forward.
Ball wide for Lodi. Into the 18, sneaks it across. Coutinho shot deflected, and Cho back quickly to his feet.
Well, this is a situation here. for Korea. Na Sang-ho, he's too far inside. He pinches too far in. That leaves a lot of space. Him and Kim Moon-hwan leaving way too much space on that right side, and that allowed Hernan Lodi to get into that area and square for Coutinho. Those two have to be a little bit wider defensively. You can't pinch in too close.
In for Kwon. Outside the 18 and a one-hopper into the arms of Allison. Again, more pressure from the Koreans.
More aggressive. And actually, Kwon gets helped out a little bit here. I believe is Lucas Paquetá that actually gets a touch on it. Either him or Fabinho gets a touch onto it that actually slows it up enough for Kwon to step up and take that shot.
Might be trailing by 3, but almost as many shots as Brazil, 12-11 and 4 on target. Allison hasn't been tested wide, but the shots that have been at him have had some weight behind them.
Absolutely.
Threaded forward, Paquetá looking for a striker, but he's Richarlison or Gabi Jesus, but Korea able to fill the gap between. 84th minute, and Paquetá's day is done. Roberto Firmino, wasn't sure if we'd see him, so Richarlison will go out to the flank, and Firmino will slide into the middle. I have a feeling there's a lot of Liverpool fans in Abu Dhabi.
Oh yeah, for sure. Paquetá, the opening goal of the match. Good, strong performance for the Milan man.
Meanwhile, Firmino, the 28-year-old, making his 44th appearance. Coutinho. First touch, Firmino. Richarlison, but a hard-charging Cho forces it wide.
We've seen about 2 or 3 different occasions where Richarlison is able to slide in behind that Korea defense. Just hasn't been able to put it away.
By the way, that play right there showing Firmino. He actually has 13 goals, which is a little high when you think about what type of player he is. He's more the setup man, the secondary man, the supplementary man. But he's starting, as he gets more mature in his game, to be able to convert himself. But I remember going back to his days at Hoffenheim. We talk about different types of strikers. Talked about Adriano earlier, that bull in the china shop. Firmino, normally think of center forwards, number 9s for Brazil as just being goal-scoring powerhouses. He's that guy that kind of skirts around the edges, draws the attention, and then finds ways to set up his teammates.
Yep.
But as we've seen with Liverpool and now with Brazil, starting to call his own number more often.
And he has that ability to finish the chances for sure, but his presence on the pitch just seems to open things up for everyone else, and that's where his real value lies, and that's something that the Brazil fans, Liverpool fans, you can't really measure it in numbers. You can probably measure it in trophies with Copa America and Champions League, but in terms of numbers, his value cannot be measured. That's how important a player he is, and he has the ability to finish his chances as well. And even during the 2018 World Cup in Russia, Chichi admitted that he probably should have started Firmino over Gabi Jesus more in the tournament. He admitted that he was maybe a little bit stubborn in that respect, because Firmino can be more helpful in the attack than Gabi Jesus was, especially in that tournament.
Well, it looks like Danilo's day might be done. Ball driven all the way back. Cho stepping out of his area. Nice step in by Danilo. He says there was a deflection. He's arguing for a throw-in. They're leading by 3 in the 87th minute. And Danilo arguing over a throw-in. Rodrigo also on the sideline. Interesting.
Okay.
So maybe Danilo will flip over towards the left. I haven't seen Emerson play on that side. But Hernan Lodi's day is finished.
Usually, Emerson, a right back with Real Betis.
Let's see what Danilo does.
So it looks like Hwang In-beom is coming in for Korea as well. But this is the time of the year, these matches where Chichi likes to experiment, put players in different situations.
Rodrigo, the other Brazilian, ready to check in. This will add a few moments. And it's Gabi Jesus' day. Good involvement, but no real chances. And now the young Madridista making his second appearance. South Korea also ready to make a switch as we head towards 90. And that will be in the midfield as Hwang In-beom checking in, the Vancouver Whitecaps midfielder. His 20th cap.
Jules Saint-Jean is the one that came off, yeah. Good to see some MLS representation in this game.
So 89th minute almost done. Would figure 3, maybe 4 minutes. Well, not really known as a goal scorer, but did chip in with 3 for the Whitecaps this season in his debut year. Out for Richarlison. Firmino leading the line. Rodrigo out wide. Dishes across. But back comes Hwang to cut out the pass.
Saw that Douglas Luiz was bursting forward in the attack as well. I think if he keeps it on the ground, squares it for Firmino, it's a good one-on-one situation for Brazil. Still fresh legs, just got in the game, still has to warm up a little bit. On that right side.
Kim Jin-soo flipping it back with a touch of flair. The left back's probably been one of the more impressive players for the Koreans on the day. 2 or 3 chances to score himself in the second half.
Yeah, I like what Kim Jin-soo has done on that left side, the left back for Korea. And as you mentioned, Phil, Danilo has moved over to the left, Emerson out wide on the right.
3 minutes to be added. Carried away by Emerson. One back by Kwan. And then stripped as Brazil and Rodrigo go on the break. Firmino, don't know how he does it.
Yeah.
He just makes the defenders disappear. Near side, choppy steps into the attack. In steps Richarlison. Forced back, it is Danilo over on the left. Here's Emerson. Emerson, well, he knew he wasn't going to get many chances.
Yeah.
That one sails high. Love his nickname, Emerson Royale. His aunt gave it to him as a youngster. I don't know if you know the little gelatin, the dessert packages?
Yes.
Came in with that big smile on his face, and she said he looked just like the mascot for the gelatin, and the name is stuck.
Royale is the nickname.
Yep.
Oh. That's good. That's better than the nickname my friends gave me when I was growing up.
I don't want to think about it.
Yeah, I'll just stick with Royale. I'm going to call myself Royale instead of...
Jorginho Royale.
Yeah. I like that nickname, though, for Emerson, Royale. Royale with cheese. Okay.
A little cheesy.
Yeah.
Inside. A lot of bodies clattering in, trying to win it back. But before Kim can get there, it's launched to midfield. Final 90 seconds ticking away. Goes in for Yoon. Cross for Hwang. Drives it. But deflected wide. The white-cap midfielder hasn't had much time on the field, but making an impact on both ends. A lot of pressure starting to build on Paulo Bento as well. Starting to.
Yeah. I mean, there are high expectations for Korea Republic. They are a team that they want to win the Asian Cups. They want to qualify for the World Cup and do it with ease. And with the talent and the organization that they have, they should be able to do those things pretty consistently, pretty well. So there's high expectations for Korea Republic.
They think back to that World Cup that kind of launched Landon Donovan to the world in 2002.
Yeah.
That's also when the Koreans burst in, finished fourth, and actually were awarded as one of the most entertaining teams. In a World Cup won by Brazil, it was the Koreans who got a lot of the spotlight.
Yeah. And that was a fabulous team, and they also did a magnificent job of hosting the tournament alongside Japan. So that certainly sent the Korea football program in the right direction.
Although recent World Cups, they have found it a little more difficult to climb those peaks again. Wide for Na. Sneaking it through Kim. Flipped back. And the funny thing is if Hwang had let it run, but that's the final touch, and Brazil comfortably on a 3-0 scoreline.
An important win for Brazil to get their first win in friendlies post Copa America. But Chichi will have some things to work on defense.
Abu Dhabi, Brazil and South Korea, a couple of changes in store for the 5-time World War. Korea on a good run of form as they look to head in towards Asian action. We'll take a look at these two teams. Seats at that point, but now expanding.
6'3", they call him the Monster. That's his nickname. He's a big defender. He will certainly be a problem for the Brazilian attacking players, and expect him, because of his height, might win those aerial balls as well. So he's a defender.
Hoping for better success today. Brazil and South Korea. It is the Koreans in red defending the goal to the right. Brazil in their familiar yellow and blue. Moving from left. Fast feet wide for Lodi, inside for Paquetá. He fills the gap. He fills the net. Beautiful build-up and a sparkling finish. Brazil up by 1.
Give credit to Felipe Coutinho, as they say, for his dribbling and his ability to beat one defender and then play it out wide to Renan Lodi. Look what he does here.
The Spurs man fronted by Eder Militao and commits the foul trying to get it back.
All right, I might get a concussion here, but I'm going to get the goal.
Chance from distance. Down goes Allison to deny. Of course, these two quite familiar with each other. But Son denied by a yard off his line. Cho. Coutinho to the near corner. He couldn't have painted a masterpiece any better. What a goal.
Felipe Coutinho is having himself an excellent first half. Remember, it was his dribbling that set up the first goal, and then he strikes a golazo here for the second goal for Brazil.
There aren't that many at the moment. But Renan Lodi coming out. Richarlison back for Renan Lodi. Carries all the way through. And Danilo with the express. He might not have been the target, but he hits the bullseye.
Brilliant Brazilian build-up for the third goal. And Korea, they had the numbers in the box in their favor defensively, but they did not keep track of who was in the area. And that ball filters all the way through to Danilo. And it's a brilliant strike, brilliant finish. The left Korean.
One touch Lodi, he likes that. 2 goals in that Sri Lanka game himself.
I thought Wang Yi-chan down that right side, he had some.
Abu Dhabi, Brazil and South Korea, a couple of changes in store for the 5-time world for Korea on a good run of form as they look to head in towards Asian action. We'll take a look at these two teams. Seats at that point, but now expanding.
6'3", they call him the Monster. That's his nickname. He's a big defender. He will certainly be a problem for the Brazilian attacking players, and expect him, because of his height, might win those aerial balls as well. So he's a defender.
Hoping for better success today. Brazil and South Korea. It is the Koreans in red defending the goal to the right. Brazil in their familiar yellow and blue. Moving from left. Fast feet wide for Lodi, inside for Paquetá. He fills the gap. He fills the net. Beautiful build-up and a sparkling finish. Brazil up by 1.
Give credit to Felipe Coutinho, as they say, for his dribbling and his ability to beat one defender and then play it out wide to Renan Lodi. Look what he does here.
Ball, the Spurs man fronted by Eder Militao and commits the foul trying to get it back.
All right, I might get a concussion here, but I'm going to get the goal.
Chance from distance. Down goes Allison to deny. Of course, these two quite familiar with each other, but saw him denied by a yard off his line. Cho. Coutinho to the near corner. He couldn't have painted a masterpiece any better. What a goal.
Felipe Coutinho is having himself an excellent first half. Remember, it was his dribbling that set up the first goal, and then he strikes a golazo here for the second goal for Brazil.
There aren't that many at the moment. But Renan Lodi coming out. Richarlison back for Renan Lodi. Carries all the way through. And Danilo with the express. He might not have been the target, but he hits the bullseye.
Brilliant Brazilian build-up for the third goal. And Korea, they had the numbers in the box in their favor defensively, but they did not keep track of who was in the area. And that ball filters all the way through to Danilo, and it's a brilliant strike, brilliant finish. The left Korean.
One touch Lodi, he likes that. 2 goals in that Sri Lanka game himself.
I thought Wang Yi-chan down that right side, he had some.
Abu Dhabi, Brazil and South Korea, a couple of changes in store for the 5-time world for Korea on a good run of form as they look to head in towards Asian action. We'll take a look at these two teams. There's only about 15,000 seats at that point, but now expanding.
6'3", they call him the Monster. That's his nickname. He's a big defender. He will certainly be a problem for the Brazilian attacking players, and expect